You're welcome, my people. I welcome every one of you. Welcome back. Thank you so much for joining. Um, sometime I think one of our program, our brother Henry Chimeze, he said it that Liz Truss is not going to last. That he's not even sure that she's going to last up to February. So Liz Truss, if you don't know who Liz Truss is, she is the Prime Minister of Great Britain, and she's just been in power for like a few weeks. um I don't know up to whether it's even up to 2 months. I don't think so. Good evening, Charles. And now she's been, voted out. They said either she resign or she calls for a general election. And calling for a general election at a time like this, because of the situation, because of the high cost of living, so many things are gone astray. It was too dicey for her party, and so they decided that it's better for her to resign now than for them to go into election in this situation, because they would just kind of, yeah, they would just kind of demolish their party, and they don't want to lose their Tory party. So they would rather sacrifice her, say, go abeg, come down. So why am I saying this? I'm trying to tell you guys all the time that um yeah, Nigeria problem is peculiar, but every other place is not good. you know every other place, they have their challenges also. And every other place, the politicians are the ones fighting themselves and doing all the debate, not the people. But for Nigerian, unfortunately, our own problem is we are the one fighting for politicians. The system is very, very unstable. Exactly. So we are the one fighting for politicians. They will just come and feed us one thing and we start fighting for them. The fight they're supposed to be fighting, the work they're supposed to be doing, the House of Rep is a reason it is there. The Senate, there's a reason it is there. But we have a system whereby people who are governors, they will retire to the Senate, for example. They are not lawmakers, they did not read law. But for some reason, they would just, it's like accepted that when you finish your governorship, the one that is breaking my head, somebody like Ikpa Azu, governor of Ikpa, is going now to the Senate. And so they are there, they are not doing anything. They are the one that's supposed to be doing this back and forth, this exchange, like all this talk that brought Liz Truss down was done in the parliament. The people were just showing their discontent. The people were on the street protesting. They don't like what is going on. They are not having it. People are complaining, coming out. And then their representative will take their complaint into the parliament and be talking it where it matters. And from there, they will say, okay, you are leading this country at this time. Look at the situation of you are going to destroy this country. And then they'll say, okay, you resign or you call for election. And everybody's trying to protect their party. And so they will be trying, they are working it there. But unfortunately for us, Nigerians, we have been programmed to fight each other. And when you see a fellow Nigerians that you are going through the same thing, you don't like him, you call him names. If it's in your power, you stand in their way, you stop him from getting something just because he's from another ethnic group. And then we come abroad, we are crying of racism. They hate us, they don't like us because of like our skin color, because of whatever. But we come back to Nigeria and we don't like ourselves. Everything that we complain about in racism, we are doing it in tribalism. And tribalism is worse because it's feeding the racism, because the tribalism is making things not to work in Nigeria. The tribalism is disenfranchising people, denying people of their places, of their position. And the people think, let me japa where everything is good. Let me japa where everything will be good. Japa is a word for, to emigrate in Yoruba. So let me japa so that I will go and live a better life. And we think that we want to go and japa because we don't know that there is racism there, because we don't even know how they see us as people who have this skin like this, say, ah, they know they count us join. Now follow come will be for their mind. And before they will give you your own something that reach you, it will be hard. You have to really work for it. You have to be exceptional. They know they teach us, we no know. So all our mind be say, this place now, we not just good, we want japa, you know. Yeah, my brother Charles, it doesn't happen, but it is happening in the UK. UK for us is a Sena climb, and that is what is going on there. For us who say, look at what is happening, UK is like, so like for some people, it's the heaven they are thinking about. Hmm? But look at their own crisis, they are facing it. That's how I'm looking at it. They are facing their own crisis. That is it for them. Whether it's normal or whether it's not normal, this is the reality of their politics. And they even have a king on top. They have a king on top full button. See the kind of politics they are playing, you know. And at the root of all this, their wahala they are passing through is because they left the European Union. They don't want to be part of the European Union. So now they are on their own, and a lot of things is not adding up. The deals that Boris Johnson was supposed to do, the EU and all those things, they didn't go the way they anticipated. That is how it is. So a lot of people think that, when you japa, japa is a lot of work. Japa is a lot of emotional, psychological, it's a lot of things. And there's also credit in japa. Like you can go through it and you can survive it, and everything will be comfort. Like there's a merit to it. And above all, it is how you go that matters. If you have legitimate documents and you go, it's even is easier part than say you want to go urukere means. Many people, they will not tell them the truth. They will not tell them the truth. They will just collect their money. They will give them 3 weeks visiting visa. They will go there and they will become stranded. What do you want to do with 3 weeks visa? You see, but somebody can go with a student visa, for example. At least you will have like 2 years, you have like 4 years to study, and in that time it will be enough for you, for example, to arrange yourself. And with your visa, you will be able to rent an apartment. Maybe you'll be able to work part-time. You will have a start. But like all this japa, by all means, you sell your hand, you sell everything, you want to japa, by you don't know how you are going to fare there. But you just enter road anyhow. A lot of people are not having it easy. So many things is going on. And it's not like we want to discourage who wants to go. We just want to let you understand that Nigeria is going through its own phase right now. And the problem Nigeria has is the politics. And the politics is eating away the people, the infrastructure, the resources, and making a mess of it. And making Nigeria not to know what is important, and what is useful, what is the priorities is not set right. For example, like I was talking about the flood, that everywhere is flooded, people are in Delhi, and nobody is talking. It's not trendy, it's not a huge issue, you are not seeing it. I don't even know, is NTA still working? Like, we're not seeing it all over the place. It's not in our face like this. Something of this magnitude, that entire states are underwater. You're not seeing it. It's not in our face. Instead, we are seeing the Onis marrying the seventh wife, the fifth wife, the fourth wife. We are seeing who married two wives. We are seeing, all kinds of celebrity news, but we are not seeing. It's not in our face to challenge the government, from the presidency to the state, to live up to their expectation to the people. That is the question for people in the UK. It says, so Liz Truss we still collect pension for serving for only 6 weeks. So she's a parliamentarian, so she will collect pension. Boris Johnson wasn't committed to Brexit. His effort was half-hearted. The deep state worked to ensure Britain still follow the European Union policies, e.g., Ukraine. Okay, I don't know. I don't know about that, but I think that they were not willing to let him have his way. Or it's not going to be a walkover, like he walked. You see, these children of faith, they don't come again. Somebody just come here and just start saying, I will not let myself be distracted. um it's like when you say this is what you want, but there is somebody else you are working with. You're like, it's like in a relationship, in anything. This is what you want, but you have to talk about it with the other person, and there has to be an agreement and say, okay, you know what do you take, what do I keep, how do we come to a compromise? It's always like that. So, and I don't think that Britain is just going to have everything they wanted, however they wanted it. The negotiations was going and going and going and coming down and going, and the negotiation was just not going anywhere. Yeah. And Ukraine is, I don't know. I think that in a way I feel like America and Britain are together like that when it comes to Ukraine, and Germany was almost like, not really against Russia, and wanted to have some kind of cooperation regardless, because it's a huge economy and it depends solely on that gas. But we will see how it's going. But it's not looking good. It's not looking good. The I think the risk is still there for Netherlands. I think the risk is still there. Even somewhere like California, the risk is still there, because it's normally a flat land. So um what they need to do is really they need to build decks. But I don't see that there is anything like that. And and to even think about it, in Nigeria, for example, very wealthy people like to live in Lekki, for example. So I don't know how fortified Lekki is, that that the water is not even getting into those areas. I don't know. I think it's just the lack of surveyors, and the lack of the dredging of the rivers, and maybe some kind of preparation, making way. And then if the water body is filled up, what can happen? What can happen? You know, Normally, actually, um, in countries where they have grip of their what they call it now, metallurgical system, there is a way they can actually seed the cloud to kind of push the rain away. You know, they see the cloud in a way that they it's like what they do traditionally, that they want to stop the rain. There's a scientific way they do it, in a way that they stop the migration of the water to contain the one that is here now. And yeah, they use it to manipulate a lot of things. So they can seed the water, and where it's not supposed to rain, the water will the cloud will move in that direction and fall heavily, and kind of inundate the whole earth and cause flooding. Or And while that is happening, because the cloud is moving, everybody's supposed to get it at a given time. But when they are seeding it to this place, where it is going begins to suffer drought. So there's a lot of things going on at the same time. I don't even know how much I can say. Yeah, so I wanted to say, let us remember all these things, that we are living in a system, like our sister Oluchi will always say. Everything is a system. Everything is a system, and somehow we have not come into the system. We are not part of the system, because the things that are important to us are not things that relate to the, to the important body of the whole system. We're just kind of on the side, and that's why we are at the brunt of everything that is happening. So, for example, the flooding is happening. What can we do? We don't have, for example, maybe scientists that will look at the situation and know how to do away with the water. We don't have, like our education is almost like cramming. We cram, we give, but then when we need people that will really do the work, we'll go and look for Oyibo, we'll go and look for Chinko. We don't have somehow. So it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard. But all in all, I still feel like it's better to have a gradual evolution, It will take time, but we will get there. But this thing that some people are looking for complete anarchy, breakdown of everything, it's going to be extremely worse, especially because we don't have anything of our own. And we cannot enter that kind of situation when the rest of the world are facing this level of crisis. You understand? Good evening, Patrick. Oh, you are in France. Ah, I didn't know that. Our sister is right. He said it's not looking good because here in France, they are going to cut off our electricity for 4 hours a day. So, no, it's not looking good. The problem is everywhere in different ways. And also, soon we cannot be able to buy fuel. Yeah, yeah, when I'm telling them, they think, oh, blessed oh, this woman, this Fulani slave, this woman, they don't want to listen to me. They think I'm just being a pacifier. I just want to, I want you to think about the gra you are doing. Is it worth it? Where is it taking you? You know. So, like I always say, it if you have something that you want to protest, is given, is allowed. You can always protest. When we are talking about Endsars now, for example. Remember, it was about police, you know. Endsars started because of police. And then what happened was that they said there was a lot of irregularities with police and the way they were treating people, and people were in their right to go and protest. You cannot say that people cannot protest. It is a human right that people have, that they can protest, you know. But once, good evening, Charles. But once you see that the protest is being hijacked, and you see that why they are doing the protest, that police, they are being targeted, and you see that police, they are buying them, collecting their guns. You're supposed to know that this has gone out of hands, you know because the police, they are also humans. We also need them. In America, you're here every day. Police brutality, police brutality against black people, against, you hear it every day. People have gone out to protest also. But once you see that the protest is being hijacked, people are infiltrating it who have other motive, other intention, then you have to stop. you know you have to stop. I don't know this, my brother, grandfather, supporting me. I mean, I don't understand though. You say, what if Idara cannot be my sister? One, because my sister can never be a bingo. Wait till they bring that kind of thing now. My sister cannot be a bingo. My sister will look at Kanu, one look, and he will see the fraud that he is. That he's working for a political party, for a political purpose that has nothing to do to the benefit of anybody, and that he's lying. Everything he's doing is about his own jamboree. Everything he's doing is a lie. My sister will take one look at that and will see through it. My sister, I'm sorry, will never be in a place of Idara good. And so let her be telling them whatever she has been saying on social media there now. Is it on my page? It's not on my page. I mean, they have their own media everywhere. They are talking every day. Oh, yeah. We want them. They say that Kanu said it's either they give him Biafra or they are lowering him. Now he wants to be free. He's not saying give me the Biafra again. Why is he not saying give me Biafra or lower me? He's not saying he wants to come out and come and enjoy accolades. You see? Yeah, so and you see that hijack of the Endsars when Kanu was commanding his minion and saying, Sanwo-Olu, Tinubu, you can see how the whole thing went array. So once you start attacking law enforcement personnel, you have lost your arguments. You just, you threw it out of the window. And then they were showing videos of them eating them. Why? There's not one that happened around Lekki. They went to the man's house to look for him. The man was able to escape. They took his wife and his child. Bye. Then later, they still found that policeman. Bye. And then it doesn't matter. Why? Nobody should encourage such behavior. And above all, because they were able to buy the police people, they now got access to their guns, They now got access to their guns. Yeah. So, we have come to the understanding that the solution to most of our problem is japa. And I found this video that I want to share this video with you guys. I find this video very funny. It was a video that is an advert how Russian people are teaching their people not to japa. Their people are trying to japa to America. I'll show you this in a little bit, but I'm not going to let it talk because you can read what it is saying anyway. So in the video, you can see these are Russians, and and they're on a plane. They want to go to the US. They want to japa as parties are not working well in America. And so the woman is telling the man, oh, I've always wanted to do this for a long time. And so they are happy. And the is asking that you are flying to America. And they say, yeah, America is the freest country in the world. It's a land of opportunity. And he said, this is your husband. Yeah. And here, they are the hostess is having a chat with them. So it's a little bit funny, but I hope you find it funny. So they were eating meat. So they served the man meat. So they served the man meat. Then the hostess now came and said, no, you can't eat this meat. They have discomfort because you eat meat. There are so many people that are vegetarians. You can't just be eating meat like that. So, so they said, but we don't force them to eat it. He said, yeah, sorry, but in the US, it's customary to adhere to the principles of democracy. Let me take it from you. So they took the meat from him. He said, now, wow, this, they no feed their meat. So they want to go to the toilet now. So now this black guy now came and said, he said, you are jumping the queue. He said, what? Then the guy said, no, yes, here, a guy jumping in line here. So they are telling her, she's saying, this guy is jumping in the line here. And he's saying, and so what? You don't want him? Say, I say he is first there now. So this man, I say, sure. They will wait that his people endured the oppression of white people for many years. And so we owe all African Americans a debt. So then I said, oh, then I went on their knees to say, forgive us, sir, forgive us, sir. So now, the guy don't have to wait. And so he's now walking, walking majestic. Say they have to kneel down to say that one. They are not showing the black guy that he's happy. And then all of them took a knee. And then one guy now walked to go and pee. So can you move to the front side of the stage? So then I said they should move to the front side of the three of them. So then I said, why? He said there's a couple behind them that are child free. They said, child free. Say this couple, they are trying to say the fact that your son gets in their field of vision, it makes them uncomfortable. Ah, they say now, wow. Then I say, I forgive Mother Russia, we are coming back. Oh God. Oh. Ah. Ewo. They know, they know, they know. They know. There's this IPOB. So, this is just the advert that Russia is telling their people, don't go that place. So this is what you'll be facing. But I find it very funny, Sha. That's what I wanted to share with you guys. And good evening, Prince. I want to share with you also this video of our sister. I think is one of these our sisters that they want to, people that want to japa by all means. And so I'm not going to let it play because of copyright issues again. I will let you see the video. So you can say the struggle for migrants don't end after reaching the shores of Europe. So, it's not easy as they think, right from Africa. So this our sister, she's going to her house now. So this is where she lives. In this house now, there is no running water. There is nothing, just on the outskirts of the town. They've not been given documents, and she put all her things here. And these are the things she will eat, and then she will heat the water before she will bathe. So this is basically the condition that they live in Italy. And this is after all the long journey of going through the water. So although some of them will make it, but because of the situation of things right now, it's not easy. It's not easy for them. So they live on the fringes. They do all kinds of work to subsist. So this one said they always feel shame when they call him from us. I don't like this video call because of the place I'm living. It's very shameful for me. So they just have to subsist and manage, you know and they don't want to come back. So this is the man that is doing the video. So yeah, this is basically the video that I wanted to share with you guys. So I want to share with you another video of another sister. And this our sister, she's from the Yoruba side, and she is in London. I don't know what happened, and they took her child. I'll let it talk because so she's out, she stays outside, and begs money. So she's saying that we are outside, and she's trying to beg for some money so that she can survive.
So outside London níbi tí mò ń gbé, East Tilbury, kò sí nǹkan tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ níbẹ̀ yẹn.
So she says she lives outside of London. There's nothing really going on there.
Mo wá síta báyìí.
So she came outside to beg.
Yeah. Possible kéèyàn rẹ́ni tó máa wò pé okay, wọ́n need èèyàn níbi báyìí.
So he said, maybe from being outside, that sometimes somebody can say somebody needs somebody to do a job like this. So, but you will not be able to see all those help if you are inside.
Táwọn èèyàn bá ń post ìgbà tí wọ́n ń jẹ chicken àti ìgbà tó ń lọ party tó ń enjoy, ó yẹ ká máa post ìgbà tó difficult náà tí tá mọ ibi tí a fẹ́ kọ.
So she's saying that she's posting the video to show people that sometimes some people, they are having a good time, they are showing the pictures of how they are enjoying, but it's also good to show the other side, how things are for her. So I don't know what her situation is. I learned that she came from France I don't know what the problem is. They took her children from her, and she's going through a lot of issues. And she's also from the Yoruba ethnic group. I hope that our people there can help her, because she's just on the street. I don't know what happened to her, because they said she used to have permanent residency in France. Because I was looking through the comments, but I don't really understand what happened to her. So back to the problem we're having in Nigeria. The problem we're having in Nigeria is not going to go out by you fighting each other and buying each other. It's for you to have the right priority, have the right people, engage in the right conversation, not all this bye. For example, everybody that they know that Kano didn't have anything, that his company was a franchise, a private franchise, like our sister was saying. You know, they know he's a private company, and this guy was just I don't know how somebody can actually do this thing and be doing it for so many years, something that is a complete lie, that you are actually just talking and you are not going anywhere, you're not doing anything, nobody's talking about it in the relevant quarters, but their heart is beating on it. There's a video somebody shared with me today, and this man, he was saying, I think he was being interviewed by AIT, and he was like, for him, it's more important for Kanu to be released than even who will become president. That on his way to the east one time, he saw the unknown gunmen, and he saw them. And once they saw him, they said, "Oh, are you Chief Chikas?" And they said, "Yes." So we have seen all the good work you are doing, and so they let him pass. Yeah, but she's in London now. The video I showed you, she's in London. The I don't know, but she's in London. I don't know whether it's in London, but she's there in the UK. I don't know. Let me not say London, but I know that she's in the UK. She's in the UK. Let me let it play a little bit again.
ààrẹ wọn kì í believe tí n bá wà nínú ibẹ̀ yẹn ọlọ́mọ yẹn kébi pa mí kú títí tí mo wá nísìnyí lọ́ ti fún mi lóúnjẹ yìí.
She said if she's at home, sitting at home, she will not see anything to eat. But because she came outside to the road now somebody gave her food. So she's
Oúnjẹ
showing
náà
the
nílé
food. Oúnjẹ. So
wàá
they
gbé fún gbogbo àwọn tí wọ́n sùn títí. Ṣé tí bá wà nínú ilé màá réyàn gbé
So if she was
oúnjẹ
inside the
fún mi?
house, she will not see
Tí bá
anybody
wà
to give
nílé
her
ibi
the
tí mo
food.
wà ṣé màá réyàn gbé oúnjẹ fún mi?
She
Ṣé
will
màá
not.
wọ́n wá ní kí n dákẹ́ kí n wà nínú ilé ńbẹ̀
Say
kí n má
they
bọ́ta
said
ṣé màá wá
she should
dákẹ́
keep
kú?
quiet and stay
Mi ò
inside
gbọ́dọ̀
and not
dákẹ́
say
kú náà.
anything. That she
Mi ò
cannot
lè
keep
dákẹ́
quiet
kú o.
and die.
Tébi bá ń pààyàn tó ò bá bọ́ síta kò sẹ́ni tó fẹ́ mọ̀ pé ebi ń pa ẹ́ nínú
Say if you are
ilé tó
hungry
wà.
and you are inside
Nínú
and you don't
fíléèjì tí
come
mo wà kò
outside,
sẹ́ni tó fẹ́
nobody
mọ̀ pé
will
ebi ń
know
pa mí,
now
kò
that
dẹ̀
you
sí
are
ibi tí mo
hungry.
fẹ́ kọjú sí ńbẹ̀ everywhere ńbẹ̀ yẹn dá bí new site níbẹ̀. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ó ṣẹ̀ ń ṣe ni kò tiẹ̀ sẹ́ni tí tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ ńbẹ̀. So òun ni mo ṣe wá síta. So nígbà tí Yorùbá dẹ̀ lè lọ sínú magazine kó lọ máa jalè kó máa lọ ṣe ohun tí ò tọ́. The next thing náà ni pé kó jókòó síta kó jẹ́ káwọn èèyàn tó kọ́ rí pé ó
So
wà ní.
she's there. There's a market, they call the market name. But basically she need help. She need maybe somebody that can put her in a job. Maybe she can be doing, so she doesn't have to be there. But if she doesn't have any job doing and she needs some upkeep, even to have human interaction, so she's coming outside on the road and she's showcasing her plight. Yeah, the stream is open. I shared the link. I don't know if anybody wants to join, if you want to contribute anything. Kano is a scammer now. They know. That's what annoys me, because they know that he's a scammer, but they don't care. Somebody that went to register his own private business, his own, like this whole thing is actually his business. And they know this, but they don't want to say anything. I think let me see if I will see the picture of the Kano, the registration that he went to register. The registration that he wants to register. Yeah. If I see it, I will show you guys, So everybody knows that this guy went to do, he just went to register his iPod, and everybody knows it. Everybody knows it. It's not like and he has different different I, I want to I'm looking at it. I will show you some of the company, whether they are still even online now or they have closed shop. I beg you. Or they have closed shop. Yeah, let me show you guys. So you can see the one of the company here, Indigenous People of Biafra IPOB Worldwide CIC. You can see Trinity House, Cure Home of Justice, blah blah blah. This is like an active registration, you know. So yeah, it's still a company. Next account made up to 31st March 2022, due by December. Next statement, so it's still open. You can see it. It's here in company house. You can search it. You see it. It's a registered franchise. So all this thing he's doing has nothing to do with Biafra or anything. uh yeah, where you are not, when you are not there, you would think that another place is better. That's the issue. Like when you are in Nigeria, you think when you are in France, and there are a lot of people that make the mistake of coming to Germany from Italy, from Spain, many places. And these people, they have Lufthansa. Any small thing, they will just carry you and block you, remove you from their country. Look at it now. Incorporated December 2016. You can see it here. Incorporated October 2016. You still have the one that goes before this time. Oh, you see, it's political instability now. So what a political class that cannot sustain a polity, uh, what is it going to bring? You know. And if you go to this company house, you will see all their documents, and you will see that his name is not even Kano. It's not. When he chased the like I've shown this thing before, although I wasn't using StreamYard at that time. So like now you can actually see it a little bit better. I hope you can see it. You can see here, British media consultants. You see what you want to use to go and fight for a country. Media consultants. That's why I said it's a radio ranter now, because and this is his real name. You see, even this Nnamdi, he put it in the older version. When I was looking at this thing, there was no Nnamdi there. There was no Nnamdi there. So yeah, anyway, we have shown them all this truth. They don't want to hear, they don't care. Their mind is made up. They want to go and fight Nigerian government. Well, I wish them all the best. I wish them all the best. Yeah, let me show you the ones that he registered. The one that he registered, there are many. There are different types. Let me show you another one. This one now, you see, this one is a file copy, certificate of incorporation, community interest company. That's the meaning of CIC. Yeah, you see number, you see another number, the registration, blah blah blah. You see indigenous people of worldwide, IPOB is 18th of the same 18th of August. You can see all the history. Then if you look at this document, you can see what they are supposed, what is the company supposed to do. England and Wales, for example, you look at the way private limited by guarantee. I hope you are seeing it. See here. See, company type, private limited by guarantee. That's what they say they want to go and fight Nigeria, the private company. So I'm just looking through the ones that they ticked. I'm looking through the one that they ticked. Oh, we have a guest. Just a minute. So,
hello, can you hear me?
yeah, I can hear you. Hello. So,
am I very clear? Am I very audible?
Yeah, today is better. Yeah. So
Okay.
here, are you able to sign in today?
Yes. I was able.
I think it's because of the new experience. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, what I'm looking through the formula. I hope you can read it with me. I really want you guys to see it.
Yeah, we can see it. We can see it.
So let me just remove myself so you will be seeing what I'm showing you. So this is, they said, I wish to adopt entirely bespoke article. I attach a copy of this. I don't know what this means. Maybe someone from the UK will explain for us. This is the form that they filled, that they want to go and all this thing is online. If you look for it, you will see it. So director appointment. So please use this session to list all the director appointment taking on formation for a corporate director. So here you have
is that a company?
Yeah, it's a company. I'm showing you guys. It's not like I made it up. Good evening.
Good evening.
Miss Takatso Yati. I don't know. Country of origin, UK, Manchester. Okay. Oh, so this is the address of the Yati. Okay. Oh. And then please, another director is Sophia Kano. Are you seeing? Mrs. Sophia Kano is also UK, Manchester is country state of residence, and nationality is South African. Okay. So you have somebody with what is it called now? Zimbabwe. Are you seeing it? He's resident in Zimbabwe, and is a nationality of Zimbabwe. And this one, and the name is Takatsu Nyati. See, Carlo, Sophia, Mrs. Sophia Carlo, and the nationality is South Africa. Now this thing, the people they buy themselves for, So this is the address of the Sophia Carlo. This thing is it's just for you to go to a company house. Everything is there. Everything is there. It's not as if I'm making.
It's a complete franchise. It's a business franchise. The franchise.
So you can see the forms they filled. This is a public form. That's why they put it there for transparency. When somebody is doing anything, the UK will want you to, So I'm still looking for, it's a big form. You have to fill where it is, where you feel is important for you. Wait, let me remove this bingo here. I have a copy of the formula creative, very funny. So he said, subscriber, please complete the session if you're a subscriber of a company limited by guarantee. So that's is what we call limited company. So, and see the name of the same subscriber says. No, you can't allow music to play here, please. So here you have the same name, Takatsu Yati. Okay, oh, this is the initial this thing. So you have Sophia Kalu again as the subscriber. So people with significant control, PSC, let's see who are the people with significant. This company knows or has reason to believe that there will be no person with significant control, either a registered person or I don't know what this ROL in relation to the company. Okay, so there will be no yeah, and Takato Nyati. I've shown you these videos, this information when I first did my videos. You can unmute it. I'm coming just a little bit. Or you can be talking, then I will be showing them. Yeah.
Okay. I know.
It's loud though. There's too much noise. So yeah, here nature of control for an individual. There's nothing written here. So it's a public form. Is very big. So that's the Yahoo they are doing. So people that do Yahoo for a living, they are there. One person is using that to do his own Yahoo. So the form is there. It's in the public domain. You can go and look. You can see I'm looking at it straight from the internet. It's not like I have it. So I'm still looking. There's a place they will still write what is the company for. No, you can see it's 60 sites. So my brother, you can continue talking. I'm hearing you.
Okay. What actually surprised me is that actually this is a scam, a pure scam.
Yeah.
And when here in Kaduna, I have some friends which are from the east. Some very few, very few. As in, the number is very people that do not believe in Kano are very few.
Yeah.
So I have this friend. I was telling him, look at this guy, what this guy is doing. This guy, all the killing and everything that Kano actually said this killing will come. He said no. He was telling me
don't say
no.
Killing again.
Okay.
Yeah.
He was telling us, I was saying, all the pieing that is happening. Kanu actually told people to quiet people. He said, no, there is no place that Kanu said you should quiet anybody. It's not. I now brought it to his attention. I brought my handset and have the speaker very close. We listen. He said, Kanu is not quiet anybody. He only told them to quiet people. So how would they hold him responsible?
Okay.
Many of these people are incurable. Very incurable. I brought everything to his attention.
Yeah, they don't care.
Say, look, this is what Kanu said at this point and this point. No, if at first say Kanu can never say they go and quiet people. And actually, you want me to show you the evidence? I show him the evidence. He listened to the audio. That I as leader of IPOB, I decide who will leave or who pie.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense? I can play God if I want to. I play because and actually and another audio that he say they need about 2,000 heads. Does that make sense? Now you are fighting you are fighting for a certain people, and you actually need their heads for something. Does it make sense? It doesn't.
They don't care. Yeah, and that's why he was, the Endsars. Why he hijacked the Endsars, he gave him access to the, the tie that the police have. So they needed to take out the police people so that they can, have access to what they have. That's why they targeted the police people. So Me, I was actually thinking maybe they would take the protest to, anti-corruption, take it to bad governance, like elevate it and say, okay, we are just tired of everything. We are tired of this mismanagement, leadership, and, looting, embezzlement. But, I was surprised that it just degenerated into taking the
No,
life
they
of
hijacked it. They
law
hijacked
enforcement,
it.
you know.
He may not. The bingo may not be the one that spread all the whole thing. I don't know, but certain people in a certain class hijacked this, and probably can now take advantage of the bad situation. I think that was I feel that's what actually happened.
Yeah.
It took advantage of it, and because both in Lagos and in Port Harcourt, they were actually reporting to him. I said, look, oh, do this. So if you see army, don't tell me that I don't want to hear that army pie anybody. I want to hear the number of people that the number of army that you pie. Does that make
I
sense?
don't think it's true, yeah. So, like I was showing you people, you can even see in these documents, they actually have all the ones that he already did. So they are different. So that one was 2016. This one is 2006. You see, this one is even 2006. It's still the same company, but I think dated 10 to 20. This one is 2016, and you can see that this one is 2006. So what am I seeing? Yeah, continue.
Okay.
Yeah. So
So
whatever. So don't
so
care.
I was telling because we used to meet at the point in Kaduna and we discuss about politics and the rest. I was telling her, look, come this year. When what this guy is doing is very bad. I said, come and look from Ahmad Bole from the end to the beginning. Almost every shop, like 95% of the shops that you see there in Kaduna, those big shops are owned by people from the east, including the building. Now, if there is crisis, if you are supporting this thing, when crisis bursts, and if they start buying people from the east and taking over their properties, that's what you that's actually what
Well,
Kano is planning.
I don't advocate for any form of violence, regardless of whoever is coming from. So I would
I'm,
generally
I,
not say
I
that.
mean, what I'm saying in essence that by what I'm saying in essence, that's exactly he want crisis. He want crisis.
Oh yeah, yeah,
He want crisis.
you want it. I know.
When that he want to set not only the east, he want to set the country ablaze.
Well, the thing is, like I always say, when there's something that the people are not happy about, for example, the police is not treating the people well. The people have all the right to go out there and protest.
Protest,
It's
yeah.
within their legitimate rights. But when the protest is hijacked, you can no longer know what is going on, and then when it degenerates to law enforcement personnel losing their precious being, then you have lost all the morale for your protest. Because you have
No.
done something that is
But
irreversible.
but in the real sense, the police and the military they went too far by attacking people at the toll gate. Actually, they went too far.
I think that the problem with the whole thing is this sleepwalking of things. You allow things to get to the maximum climax before you react. This thing was going on, this thing was building up. You
You-
can see where this thing is going, and you're supposed to stop it on time. You don't allow it to get to this peak, and then you come in with brute force. It's going to explode. It's going to
oh.
go out of hand, definitely. So yeah, like what my own objective is always like, let us live in promote peace and love and togetherness and shun
Yes.
tribalism, you know,
Shocker. Yeah.
everything that has
Tribalism.
to do with tribalism, you know,
Yes.
and the Nigerian state needs to help the Nigerian people to enact laws that criminalizes tribalism. If you can prove that somebody have done this thing on the basis of your tribe, then it's a crime. Because, for example, in abroad where they are trying to fight racism, that's what they do.
That's
If
raises a crime.
prove
Yeah.
that this person have done this thing to me on the basis of my racism or my origin, my race, or my skin color, then it's a crime. That person. But we are talking about a situation whereby right now it's not a crime to be treacherous, to deal with somebody ruthlessly because of their origin, because of their state, because of
It's,
their
yeah.
language within Nigeria, and that
Within
needs
a,
to stop. So these are the things we are asking for, the evolution, and it's
that
going
should
to
be
stop.
restructuring. Yeah,
Yeah,
that should be
it's not
restructuring.
even a matter of restructuring. It's a matter of the legislation doing their work, you know, and trying to evolve the law in the country, you know,
Country. Yeah.
and try to evolve the law because it's a work in progress. You add some, you remove some, you enable some, you deactivate some.
This one.
But when they are just there sleeping around, just doing like, the whole thing is just as if, it's overbearing. And I get the frustration, but I'm always saying, let whatever you are doing be measured because the whole world is also not settled, like our sister Luchi is trying to tell.
Mm-hmm.
Everywhere is having. That's
Yeah.
why I'm saying, look at what is going on in England. England, that is our own baba politically, that you
Mm,
can see. They don't
yes.
even have it all together. And their country have been there for like forever. You are talking about Nigeria that is still evolving, that is still emerging,
Mm-hmm.
So let's take it as it comes and
We'll,
let's do whatever we can do, you know.
we'll,
Exactly.
pray,
It's
we'll,
very easy to
we'll
be
pray we'll get it right in 2023 anyway.
yeah,
We'll pray we'll get it right.
yeah.
We'll pray the best person wins.
Okay.
The
All right. Thank you so
the
much.
pray president. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. It's always very easy to be destructive, You look at America, America is like 500 years. They still have their issues. We still see police brutality is still going on there, but everything is measured. You keep everything measured. You keep everything measured in relation, but if there's an element of somebody like Kano that went to establish this company. Yeah, let me even show you the company again. You can see here he said Home of Justice Network CIC, company registration, not for profit, So like this document has all the places they have already filed into, you understand? So here he say objective and limitations of the liability. The object of the company are to carry out on activities which benefit the company and in particular community, and in particular without limitation to promote the human rights of indigenous people of Biafra, Biafra IPOB worldwide through the prevention or relief of poverty, financial hardship for the public benefit in the United Kingdom and Biafra land, Southeast Nigeria, and specifically for the relief and assistance of marginalized people who are in need of food, medical care, shelter, primary education, who are the victim of this, human rights exclusion, discrimination, and the level of communities, the collection and dissemination of information. Are you seeing what he's writing? Collection and dissemination of information, and to raise awareness of indigenous people worldwide needs aspiration amongst the wider communities in the UK, and to promote education, employment, training, okay, to assisting IPOB worldwide to assess human rights mechanism in European and international forum to help the indigenous people of Biafra community integrate, fully participate in host society, responding to requests from to work in, like the document is there, or is in company house, you can go and look at it, So I'm just showing you guys. You said a good, yeah, a god is a racket, yeah. Criminalizing tribalism doesn't work. It simply becomes subtle, covert rather than, yeah, but we still have it overt, I believe it's still better to live with than that overt one. So you can see the company or liability of members, directors. These are just the papers that they use to register the company. Yeah, so I've shown these things before. So you can see he's running his private company and all these things he listed here. None of them he's doing. He was just talking up and down. Then decided, then Endsars happened. They gave him access to police something to go and give the young men. So now the military is taking them out, but he wants to be free. So I feel like in my next video, if I want to talk about this thing, I feel like it will be an act of injustice if they release Kanu without giving him Biafra. Because what are you releasing him to come and do? Huh? What are you releasing him to come and do? To come and start protesting? If you arrest him because he wants Biafra, then you have to give him Biafra. You have to give him Biafra. Then you have to go into the National Assembly and talk about how you want to remove Igbo people from Nigeria and carve out a Biafra from Nigeria. Because it makes no sense that you want to release Nnamdi Kanu so that he will come out and start another series of agitation and blabbing and, causing havoc. Why? There's no need for that. So if the federal government is thinking about releasing him, the politician, this is what Kanu has done, is constituting a security threat to the state of Nigeria. And if the state of Nigeria is not seeing him as a political, as a security threat, and instead are treating him as if it's a political thing, as if all the people that they wasted does not mean anything, then in that case, then they must divide this. They must shield their territorial integrity and give Igbo people a place within Nigeria to call their Biafra, so that they will go there and run Biafra, and they will leave Nigeria and go and live in Biafra, so that there will be peace. Only or there that Auntie Abike called the people, your chief, they came out to protest. I will not say anything. You people can continue to be insulting, no problem. So yeah, if I want to talk about this, because like when I listen to that old man saying that for him it's not even important for Kanu to be released than anybody that wants to become president, then it means that it is very important that for Nigerian government to release Kanu, they have to give him Biafra, because they arrested him because he was calling for Biafra. Except they want to say he is the Biafra, like he and his company is the Biafra. So they are releasing the Biafra back to the people. So if not, then they must, as a matter of fact, convene in the National Assembly and expediently create Biafra and release Kanu into his Biafra. And so that he will not be released to Nigeria to disturb Nigerians, that he will be released straight to Biafra. That is the only solution. And what do you think, guys? I think this is very, very important, There wouldn't have been an end, but then the government needn't have waited that long before they intervene. They are not even paying taxes. When I look at the part where it has anything to do with the taxes, I didn't even see that they were paying taxes. Because when you look at the document, there's also a part where they will show how much they earned, and there are many of the activities. So there are many of the company. So, like, for example, community in CIC means the company in community or something like that. So tell us here what the company, for example, they say here, they say, tell us, this is IPOB, they say, tell us in this form, for example, they say, please indicate how it is proposed that the company's activity will benefit the community. You know why they choose community? It's like an NGO. Community is like you don't have to pay taxes. You have to be exempted in a lot of categories. So for you to have this status for company, you have to be exempted. And for you to have this exemption, they need you to explain how your company will be of benefit to the community so that you will get that status that you will not be paying taxes. And here, you can see he's saying, they say, for example, tell us here what the company is being set up to do. And he said to hold an annual event in London involving indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB world, Biafra IPOB worldwide, music, dance, storytelling, and poetry, commemorating the untold history of Biafra of 1967 to 1970, where women and children was stuffed to there through. Are you seeing it? Yeah, you are seeing it. Yeah. So me, I'm just showing you. I didn't produce this document. It's there in public domain. So you can see they say tell us, because all this thing is for him to be able to evade taxes. So you don't have to pay like a real company. Like that's why you say CIC, company in community. So the company is supposed to benefit the community. And so they now say tell us, and that's how he's writing. Say how will the activity benefit the community? You understand? So you said your activity is, tell us. So here, please indicate how it is maybe look at this section, So indicate how it is proposed that the company's activities will benefit the community or a section of the communities. Please provide a much detail as possible to enable the regulator to make a properly informed decision about whether your company is eligible to be a community interest company. Are you seeing it? So when you are a community interest company, you are basically exempted from paying taxes. No, but it needs to come first, my brother, because if you are telling them this now, they will say, oh, you are begging us. Don't beg us. That's the thing. So he say, so they said he needs to please provide as much detail. I hope you can read it. I hope it's not standing in the way. Let me remove the comments so you can see what I'm reading for you. So let me remove myself so you can read it. So they say section B, activities continuation sheet. They say, please indicate how are you saying it? Say, please indicate how the company activities will benefit the community or section of the community. And they say, please provide as much detail as possible to enable the regulator to make properly informed decision about whether your company is eligible to be a community interest company. Are you seeing it? We would find it useful if you brought out how you think your company will be different from a commercial company. Are you seeing it? Because a commercial company will pay all the taxes. But if you say your company is a community interest company, it means that you are doing the business for the community. You are like a non-governmental organization. You are doing it for charity, to help, to elevate, to intervene, something like that. So, and here they say, we will find it useful if you brought out how you think your company will be different from a commercial company providing similar services or products for individual gain. So here he now said, then that's okay. The form is giving you the guidelines of how to fill it. Say, tell us what the company is being set up to do. He said to hold an annual event in London. Are you seeing it? To hold an annual event in London involving indigenous people of Biafra worldwide, music, storytelling, dance, and poetry, commemorating the untold history of Biafran war. So they now say, how will the activity benefit the community? Say, this event celebrates the heroes who died in the Biafra war, the age and the richness of indigenous people of Biafra worldwide. Culture raises awareness of the issue of removal. The issue of removal is people that went to seek asylum and it was not successful, and the government will say they are removing them, means they are deporting them. So raising awareness of the issues of removal, give indigenous people of Biafra worldwide in the UK a chance to get together and provide moral support to those affected in policies of removal. But that's what they are seeking, my brother. Our brother is saying division won't work for Igbos. They would lose face if ever admitted that after making separatism such an issue for so long. Yeah, but they need to have it, Our people say, if somebody is crying for something for so long, you give it to him so that he will rest, So I'm telling you now that's why they are calling it a community interest company or whatever, So you can see what they are saying, that through it, the thing continues to establish and maintain links with like-minded organizations and individuals in the UK. Are you seeing it? So the main purpose was to telling stories, music, dance, poetry, So when you use the dance and poetry to be commemorating the Biafra people, and then it will benefit the people because you will teach them about deportation, you will teach them about culture, talk about the heroes of the. Okay, are you seeing it? So he said the links will facilitate sharing of information and ability to respond to requests for assistance in coordinated way. So it's still that visa scam that they are doing, you see. Here I say indigenous people of Biafra worldwide in the UK a chance, it gives them a chance to get together and provide moral support to those affected by the policies of removal, and the links will also facilitate sharing of information. So this is it. So now they say if the company makes any surplus, it will be used for funding awareness raising events in the UK, such as commemorate Heroes Day, improvement to the website, Radio Biafra, and assistance to IPOB worldwide, visiting UK, Europe, and Southeast Nigeria. So yeah, here you go, the the guy man doing his business, I no go blame am sha, na God dey do am for am. Na God dey do am for am. There's a place I even saw how much they remitted. They remitted like $2, £2. The thing is benefiting them now. They are using it to flow their cash. So they have different companies that they registered under their name different times, different years, and they go there and edit it. I'm telling you honestly, that judge is I don't understand, but thank God that now their fight is stay on execution. So yeah, they dropped the ball. Yeah, for me, I don't know, Sha, but I feel like it's the judiciary. Originally the judiciary is supposed to be separate from the executive. So, this is just the democracy we're talking about and the judiciary doing their things. But thank God for the control that the executive has over the judiciary, because assuming the executive doesn't have that control over the judiciary, and na be that, they would have just set him free. Imagine that. They would have set him free without giving him Biafra. That would be very unfair. Yeah, so my people, I think we've had a nice time this evening. Yeah, I will just leave it here. I hope you gained one or two insights from this video, and I hope you understand that things are not easy, things are difficult. For example, there's a flood going on, a lot of people are displaced. We're supposed to be calling for how to help, how to intervene. Everybody's supposed to be running kitty kata. It's supposed to be the utmost thing in our mouths, on our lips. We're supposed to be seeing events, movement, churches, NGOs, everyone, but we're not seeing that. So Nigerians are kind of detached from anything that is not happening to them. It's not about blame. It's about talking about what we think about the judgment. Like most of the time we have seen all these protests in the US is when there's a ruling from the court and the people are not happy with it. For example, when someone that was in police that was involved with dealing treacherously with someone that is of African descent, and the judge or the jury set them free, and then people will go out to march. Yeah. So it's a private limited company. I wish the guy was even doing anything for the people. Like all this is, it's just like somebody writing long English essay. Assuming he was even doing anything for the people, Shebi would have been better. Yeah. So thank you, my people. I appreciate every one of you. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you for being here. It's almost an hour and a half. I appreciate you guys. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, but for me, I mean, all of them share in the blame. There's no need separating it, honestly. All of them share in the blame one way or the other. But what we know, we want justice, or we want that Biafra. Let him go through the courts. Let us even hear the prosecution, because the prosecution looks very sloppy, looks very unprepared. The wording of the case itself is very, very, very trivialized. But fine, let him go through it like that. Let's hear his defense, so we can know what we will make out of it. So, or if they want to release him, then they need to give him Biafra. Yes, they have to carve out a part of Nigeria and cede it to Igbo, say, so that they can live everywhere in Nigeria and go and live there, so that everybody will be happy. Right. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you.